Jane Doll Studios presents the More Better Narrative podcast. This is episode 92 with BJ McMurtry, Jesse and L, Mark Pennington, and Rob Fusco.
I've been playing Call of Duty Ghosts.
Duty.
Yeah, I said duty.
Duty.
Nice.
Fuck you, Mark.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
the fuck have you ever done?
With your tiny little dick, I don't think you can get balls deep in me, faggot.
We're off to a good start. I'm BJ McMurtry.
Jesse,
I'm Mike
you're
Wahlberg.
fucking up, dude. You're not Mike Wahlberg at all. You're some dickhead. But I'm Mark Pennington.
I'm Rob Fusco.
Jesse
Yay!
just really dropped the ball that whole intro.
So
I've never
four
held
True
a
Name
ball in
Nemesis,
my
4
life.
Delver of
Yeah.
Secrets, 4 Cabal Therapy, 4 Meddling Mages.
Are you writing this down?
Yep. A friend of mine nicknamed the deck GameShow.deck because you just name that card. It's hilarious. Gets shit on by elves and goblins, but that's why I have Engineered Plague.
That
and-
sounds like a fetish.
Okay, interesting. Maybe it's big in Germany or whatever. You know, but Engineered Plague and Zealous Persecution, and the board takes care of all that. So
Do you know about Rule 34?
What's that? Don't type Google into Google?
No.
oh, type do a barrel roll.
Yes.
The internet.
No, but there's there's this thing on the internet called Rule 34, and it states, Rule 34 states that anything that you can think of, there is a porn for it already.
Right. Yeah. Jurassic Pork. Yeah. Saving Ryan's Privates.
It goes even deeper than that. Anything you can think of, you can probably find
Like
it.
some obscure manga.
That's not even original. That's a Patton Oswalt joke.
What?
What you just said.
Or maybe Pat
Rule
Oswalt
34 has
stole from
been around since like
Well, I
the
know, but
creation of the internet.
he's already quantified it in a funny joke. I can show you the joke. It's funny.
that. So he just regurgitated
I
some
don't know
like
if
kind
I
of
like
general
funny.
internet knowledge.
It's, this was a long
that's
time.
not
This was
very good
I think you
comedy,
could argue
Jesse.
the fact that it came from him because that joke is very old.
Yeah, that's old
Yeah.
as the internet.
Yeah, as old as how old is Al Gore?
Yeah, I get it.
Fuck you.
I
Who's
get
next?
a joke.
Which incarnation of Al Gore are we talking
That's a nice
about?
Coming to America reference. Fuck you, and fuck you. Who's next? The Three Putzes. You should change your name from Mighty Sharp to the Three
And that
Putzes.
character wasn't racist at all.
You can't make movies like that anymore, like Blazing Saddles, for instance. That, Coming to America, shit like that. Where
Excuse me while I whip this out.
What was it in Robin Hood Men in Tights? When he goes, he's black? A black sheriff? What? Worked in Blazing Saddles?
yes. And now, like, you try and do some shit like that, and then, like, you know,
There is not enough cocaine
You
in the
get
world
crucified.
to remake Blazing Saddles.
that's a fair point.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, everyone's all up in arms about shit. I'm like, just fucking relax. You know,
Grow a sense of humor.
grow something
You can grow those now, though.
interesting. Get stop at Home Depot, get sense of humor. Grow
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Well, they built a humor robot.
There's a humor robot?
Well, this scientist figured out the algorithm for joke telling and programmed it into a robot, and now the robot goes and does stand-up.
Oh my God! You should dress the robot up as Fozzie Bear after every joke. Waka waka.
See if we can find this.
So where's Wahlberg? He's busy doing
Putzing around.
the artworks for.
Oh, he's doing Punk Rock Flea Market.
Oh, yeah, that
okay.
is today, isn't it? Yeah.
Did you see the time lapse thing he did for the Death Haven poster?
Yes,
That
I actually
was-
have one of his time-lapse things that's going into a video for Rosetta.
So cool. Dude works his ass off. He does great work.
Yes, he does. It also blows my mind sometimes when it's like, here's a sketch, here's the final.
Whoa.
He's so talented.
Yeah.
Mike
Like-
Wahlberg,
like
if you're
ba-
reading
he's
this,
like ba-
all of us wish to suck the D right now.
He's like baby
Speaking
Jesus.
this-
Speak for
He's like
yourself.
baby, he's like baby
Well, it's all-
Jesus wrapped up in a burrito.
Subtitle.
Did I just say that?
Dude,
Yes.
What about
it's racist, man.
what about
that's,
Armine?
That's so fucked up.
Where's
Well,
Armine?
we don't know that. We don't know that he's not Mexican.
I don't know.
Do
Busy
we?
wrering with his doggies.
I'm pretty sure we do.
Probably.
Oh wait,
Jesus
no.
was a
Isn't his
Mexican?
missus?
What? Yeah,
What?
it's
Under the
entirely
weather?
Possible.
What are we talking about?
I have no
Well, I mean,
idea.
we're all under the weather.
Well, all right, that's
If we
fair
were
enough.
over the
I mean,
weather, we'd be in
We'd
space.
be in space, right?
Yeah.
But
I overstand that.
I see.
Nice.
I see what you did there. All right.
Do you?
All right. I see what you did there.
Life lifelike now robot, humanoid robot, with a bit of a sense of humor. Is that it?
No.
No.
Well,
Well.
he's no Bernard Petrich. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Petrich.
Well done. Well done.
I've gotten actually pretty good at that. I think very true to life. Even with the tone of voice, inflection, pronunciation.
Petrich.
I am awesome.
It's almost like he's saying it himself.
I think you'll find it's pronounced awesome.
Okay. Wow. Oh,
Well,
should I
we're
tell
gonna-
the story about how I got cracked across the mouth last night? Not even, just like right across the face by a middle-aged, no, probably like late, 900 years old drunk woman.
No, really.
900
What was
years
this?
old.
So, coming home from,
What do you mean coming home?
like driving home
Okay.
to the
Nothing
place where...
sticky.
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, something on the road is usually sticky, but
I don't think that's what I was talking
Speaking
about.
of, there's
I don't think
a
so.
video online. It's probably really old of Grand Theft Auto with the friction settings set to -9,
yes. Yep.
set to the.
It's. I believe it's called Carmageddon.
Yeah, it was like set to the was it Benny Hill theme or
Yeah.
whatever. It is the funniest goddamn thing. I sat there laughing like a tickled retard, pissing myself. Like I don't laugh that hard at anything.
Look
in
it
a long
up.
Time.
See if there's a porn of that.
Tickled retard.
Yes. Pissing himself.
Well,
I'm
that's
not looking
guaranteed.
at
That's guaranteed.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Loser. Loser! You threw the gauntlet out there. We came up with the challenge and you can't even. You don't have the balls.
All right, link it to us on Facebook. Go.
No, don't. Actually, no. Please don't.
a bunch of
On
lamb,
second thought, do not do that under any circumstances.
In
bunch of
other
Lambo
words,
kids got to
do it.
Yeah, do it.
Mm.
Lambo kids got together at my friend Craig's house. We ate a bunch of food and hung out and talked about anything. And then I was like, okay, cool, gotta go.
Tell us more about anything.
All right, yeah. All
What
sorts of
about
stuff.
this lady
Okay.
that hit you?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. So driving home, like I'm literally
Literally.
a block
You're
away.
literally.
A block away from the house, right? And on Oakland Ave, right off a ridge. And this like haggard, like she looks like maybe 50 woman. She's like flagging me down or whatever. So I'm like, oh, maybe something's wrong. I pull
Like-
over. Well, no. But cops have tried to do the weird, mini lightsaber thing to me. And I drive by them. They scream, "Stop!" And I roll down my window. I'm like, I don't know what this means. Like. These jerk-off pigs have to, like, get better at, like, traffic, directing. Cause,
Aren't
like,
those things for flagging
is
down,
this-
like, planes and, like,
I'm like, what am I, in a
helping
VTOL?
helicopters take
Yeah.
off and stuff?
So I get out of the car. I'm like, are you okay? Do you need help? She's like, slow down, you jerk-off. I'm like, okay, I wasn't speeding. There's kids in this neighborhood. And it was like 25 miles an hour, and maybe I was going 30, right?
You wild man.
I know,
here.
watch out. I mean, I'll tell you a story how I made a...
Well, you did have a kid in your bumper.
Where?
In your bumper on the car.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, like in the grill, like maybe a hand, like.
Yeah, but it wasn't from that street, so she shouldn't be offended
Yeah.
about driving down that street.
Right, bungee cords are amazing, aren't they? And so I'm like, what is your fucking deal, lady? She's like, I'm going to take your picture and I'm going to take your license plate and I'm going to call the cops. So I'm like, okay, so I guess I'm stuck here because if she calls the cops, the last thing I need is somebody like come into my house.
All you have to
know.
do is hide for 3 hours.
Yeah, fair. But
That's the limit?
Yeah.
But Chrissy,
See, I always wait for the stars.
Chrissy
to go
gets
away.
out of the car because the baby's freaking out and screaming, right? And she's trying to comfort the baby, and she's like moving towards Chrissy, yelling at her, and you got a fucking kid. And at this point, it becomes apparent that this woman is like a late stage alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
And so I walk up to her, I'm like, you fucking cunt. Like, get the fuck away, like, cut this shit. She takes her phone. She had this big honking, like, iPad and a rubber whatever. And she cracks me across the face with it. I'm like, oh! It took every ounce of self-control I had not to strangle her to fucking death right there in the middle of the street. Chrissy lunges at this woman and starts pummeling the shit out of her.
Wow.
I'm like, this is...
I hope to God somebody filmed this and this is
Yeah.
going to be on YouTube.
No, it's 2014. Somewhere, there was someone filming it with their phone.
Google Earth probably has footage.
Yeah, I'd love to see this shit.
But this
CCTV.
this
from-
old this old bitch drops her phone I'm like, okay, pick it up, and I hurl it as hard as I could, random directions, and I watch it like, land in a bush in front of a house, like, wherever. And she's screaming. I call 911. I'm like, can we get some cops over here, please? Deal with this fucking mouth breather. And she's screaming and freaking out or whatever.
Where was this?
Oakland Ave, a block away from Ridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I was like, this is so embarrassingly trashy. Like, this whole situation. Where am I? Upstate New York? This is fucking trashy. This sucks. So the cops show up. I give my side of the story. This woman is, like, obviously, like, sitting on the ground crying, saying that I hit her or whatever. I'm like, wow, this is ridiculous. So I'm like, all right, I want to press charges and get this woman locked up for assault because she sucks and needs to dry up or whatever.
What you're saying is you got beat up by an old lady.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. Knuckle bump.
Let me borrow your hand for a second. There you
You know what, Rob?
go.
Oh!
Okay. Anyone
So, yeah.
got any Purell? However you say it.
Pharrell Williams?
Yeah, Purell Williams.
So I was like, you know what? Picnic at Craig's was so awesome. Not even getting cracked across the mush by some old drunk bitch is gonna kill my happiness. So I went home and played Blitz chess online and was still okay.
Yeah.
How does your
Yeah.
face feel?
It feels better than it looks because there's not much I can do about this
You're so pretty.
fucking, grindcore mosh pit right here. So yeah, that's the story of how I got beat up by an old drunk last night.
I like it.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm awaiting to see like what the cops are gonna be doing. I'm like, yeah, I want to press charges because fuck her. So
To be fair, if she was like standing out in the street randomly harassing people, she probably has like $2 to her name.
I don't care how much money she has. I just
Yeah.
want her. I want to see her cut into little pieces.
Yeah, you just want to, just have her go through the process just to fucking, embarrass her.
Oh, and I'm
make her
sure
look-
that's the first time the cops in that area have ever had anything to do with that lady.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean,
Yeah, probably not. Well, yeah, she was calling the cops by name. She's like
Oh,
that.
wow.
Like she's like that old what's her name? That haggard ass like stripper lady who was like dropping the N-bomb on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Oh my god. She's like,
Where did that take place?
in upstate New York.
Well
It's so embarrassing.
done.
Oh
Well
my
done.
god. So yeah, I mean, and I grew up with like
I think my favorite part of that entire video was that she kept threatening him with stuff and saying like abusive things to him and like basically threatening his life with other people to beat him up
Yeah.
or for her to do something
and
to
he's
him.
like, please.
And then finally, she's like, I'm gonna throw my fucking coffee at you. And he's like, all right. Like that was the first time he was like, she's serious.
She's serious. I'm gonna wear her Starbucks. This sucks.
I do not want to drink that woman's coffee.
So I was super triggered growing up with a drunk mom. I was like, yeah, this lady sucks. Reminds me exactly of like, getting hit by my mom. Like, except my mom used one of those old, like, giant, like, heavy phones right across the head. I'm like, yeah, this sucks. Wow. So
After you said that, the first thing I thought of is you. Not that you would do this, but breaking down after like the cops start handcuffing her, you just go, "Why don't you love me, Mom?"
look it up. Getting hit by a phone porn.
How do you? I'm just curious how you would twist that into.
I don't know.
You just have to find
I'm
out.
just looking for random, coherent, like
Yeah.
statements that we.
Once again, message us on Facebook.
yes, or
That's a little bit better than the previous
or
one.
via Gmail at.
morebetternarrative@gmail.com.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, we have things. So
No,
what?
that's my answer.
All right, we're done.
next.
Sweet.
So very first thing, I wanted to share with you two pictures that Matt sent me. He says, not a question. I found on an old hard drive. On it were two pictures. The first is of BJ on Christmas Day, 2002, in my basement.
There's nothing kinky about that.
Yeah, and that's.
Oh, wow.
You look like a gnome.
Yeah. I was going to
Am I
say,
wrong?
you look.
Am I wrong?
You don't even look human. Wow.
Rumpelstiltskin. That's amazing.
And then, The second is of BJ a week later on New Year's Eve explaining the internet in a very serious way.
That's some threshold of regret type shit right there. Oh yeah.
Now, Matt's description of the photo of me explaining the internet in a serious way is a false statement because, in fact, what happened that night, it was me in the middle and my friend Dave on my left.
Wait, that's not Dave. I know Dave.
No, not that Dave.
Different
How many
Dave.
Daves are
Different
there?
Dave. I have a
Different
bunch of-
Dave.
It's kind of like how my life is filled with Mikes, my life is also filled with Dave's.
Oh wow.
I hate Dave's.
But we went out the day prior and
Like on a
got...
date?
No. Like to get something.
Get what?
Soul Reaver 2.
Okay.
You
all
remember
right.
that?
Yeah. We went out to get Soul Reaver 2. I remember because we got the game and we couldn't play it until the next time. We installed it on his computer and played it. We were the most antisocial people at this New Year's party.
Nice.
We played his laptop all night and only took a break. We traded off like levels. And we played it all through night, only stopping for the countdown of New Year's.
yeah.
We went, Happy New Year's! And then
Yeah.
ran back to the laptop and kept playing, and we beat it by, I think, like 3 a.m.
Oh my god.
Something like that.
What was your favorite weapon?
I think I just like the hand spike thing that
Oh
he had.
yeah.
That I think it was so simple and quick. And it was just like
It's like something a Klingon would use.
yeah.
Oh, so sick.
But it was
having-
awesome. And then he just like pulls down his masks and sucks them.
I was having a discussion with my chess students about video game stuff, and we were talking about Titanfall and the hiding in a bush trick in Titanfall.
The wall running mechanic is interesting.
And I brought up Turok 2. I'm like, yeah, this is way before your time.
Dinosaur Hunter.
Yeah, and I was like, the best weapon ever conceived in any video game is the cerebral bore. It's track a dinosaur's head or whatever, fire it. It seeks the dinosaur's skull, pops the syringe in it, goes whoosh, and sucks all the brains out of your enemy's head, and then it detonates. Cerebral bore.
That's a little redundant.
It's amazing. Yeah,
That's
I mean, if
pretty
you're gonna subscribe to that like wanton, violence, you may as well make it awesome. Like suck somebody's brains out of their skull.
I want to
and then
suck somebody's brains out
and
and then blow him up.
yes.
Well, because it also limits the mess that you have to clean up later because the brains are already out.
All right.
On the ground.
Oh, see, okay.
We have a text.
I would
question.
attach a tiny little baggie to the back so it can collect the brains and you can eat them later.
Oh, nifty.
Eat them later.
Hey, you're a dinosaur hunter. Why not?
I
Okay,
agree.
I'll buy that.
Text question
Text question.
from Frank D from Forgotten Freshness, Classic Gaming.
Nice.
Okay, who would win in a no holds barred death match? The MBN crew versus Jay-Z in Lincoln Park with special guest a bear cub in a raincoat.
Is the bear cub in a raincoat on our side?
Yeah.
Um,
Wait. The MBN crew versus Jay-Z and Lincoln Park with special guest a bear cub in a raincoat. So no, the bear cub in a raincoat is not on our side.
okay, they're just there.
I feel-
We do
honestly,
have
it would
BJ.
probably
Can
because
BJ wear a
I
raincoat?
can don a
Yeah.
raincoat.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
not? There's no rules. There's no crying in baseball. Wear a raincoat. We'll fuck these guys
And
up.
fuck that, I'm bringing my baseball bat.
yeah, I mean honestly, bro, I mean Jay-Z has so much money that he could probably just have us all killed and get away
Yeah,
with it. So
but okay,
So
Jay-Z.
that just
I mean, like-
just means that our battle plan needs to be that Jay-Z goes first.
Right,
Exactly, yeah.
So
Where does
no,
he
no.
go?
No, it's just Jay-Z. It's not Jay-Z plus all Jay-Z's money. It's just like, Thunderdome.
yeah, but Jay-Z
like
has
Jay-
his
Jay-Z
money though.
Us versus
Who runs
Jay-Z and the
Barter
fruitcakes
Town?
from Lincoln Park plus a little bear.
No, Lincoln Park, we could take those fucking.
His money's not that
Jesus
big a
Christ.
deal. I'll bring a leaf blower.
All right.
No, we won't have. Jay-Z shows up with all of his money in like sacks.
Yeah. No, not stacks.
Just
On
stack
pallet.
On
Yeah.
pallets. Right. Exactly. And then you take like an empty coffee tin
Yeah.
of nails, and after you blow his money away, you just dump the nails in.
Yeah.
Leaf blowers don't work that way.
Well, you could modify a leaf blower to have a chamber into which you could pour nails.
you could
No.
probably rig it up to kick out gasoline vapors and then light it. I mean,
Ooh, like massive flamethrower. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't go very far, but I mean.
But still, you don't a close range flamethrower.
Oh,
Spaceballs the flamethrower.
I read that. I read a
kids,
science,
kids love it.
I read a science fiction book that had the coolest flamethrower of all time, and it had 3 triggers on this flamethrower. One trigger shot out little napalm pellets, like gel pellets.
Oh, and that stuck to. Oh,
Well, no, but
sick.
I mean, it was like a like a machine gun of just like these napalm pellets,
That's
and the
so
other
sick.
and the other stream shot out a stream of napalm, and the other trigger lit it.
Whoa.
So like you could have one guy just douse an area down, and then another guy like, but it was insane.
That sounds amazing. I was always like a huge fan of the gun in Aliens, the Ripley taped together with the flamethrower and the grenade launcher. I'm like, I want that
That
for
was
Christmas.
pretty tight,
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, I need one of those in my life stat.
Duct tape is a miracle.
I can think of a few really drunk middle-aged broads who I'd like to set on fire and then explode. Oh, I was on the phone with 911.
and suck their brains out
and
first.
suck, right, and then detonate their skull.
You didn't tell that to the cops, did you?
What? Tell what to the cops?
What about the drunk lady last night?
The cops showed up. Yeah.
No, but I mean, you didn't tell them about the gun, did you?
What gun?
The alien gun.
No.
No.
But I was on the
That
phone.
would have been awful.
Hello, police officer. I wish to kill this woman with a future gun.
I was on the phone with 911, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Where's the woman?" I'm like, "She's like 10 feet away from me. Can you describe her?" Yeah, she's like 5'10", about 50. She goes, "I'm not 50." I'm like, 55. Anyway, so okay, there you have it.
I think we would win because we want to.
I think we would win because we're scrappy. Like we're brawlers. You know what I mean. And I think that I don't think that we're going to fight fair. And there are a lot of us.
Yeah.
And I don't really think those Lincoln Park guys are,
Oh, listen to them.
really
dude.
tough.
They sound so fucking fruity and soft sounding, dude. I mean, no, we could do Lincoln Park. We're fucking coming for you. Like, seriously.
Oh, I will fuck you up single-handed.
Yeah.
No problem.
You got this shit, man. Like, seriously.
Now watch like one of them be like,
Paddington Bear, you're mine.
We're Big Van Vader. They're the fucking Brooklyn Brawler, man. Fuck them.
sick.
I like it.
God.
I like it.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I'll punch a bear right in the face.
Yeah, right in the fucking
Right
face,
in the
man.
face.
Yeah. In
I'm
the
just
face,
kidding.
dog.
He's a little bear and
Yeah,
everything.
little
I
bear,
wouldn't
yeah.
do that.
what if he's like? What if the raincoat is hiding like a ninja outfit and it's actually a
Holy
ninja bear?
shit!
A ninja bear.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would just cast control magic because it's like a little tutu bear in a
don't-
raincoat.
What you've never seen Kung Fu Panda?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a kung
But it's
fu
a kung
panda,
fu
Jesse.
panda, not a ninja bear.
Yeah, but
But a panda.
ninja Kung Fu bear panda.
You're splitting hairs, Jesse.
Yes,
No,
I
you know
know.
what? No, I think maybe you have a valid point.
It is a large, fluffy animal
Right.
that knows martial arts.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
still
it's-
not-
it's
but
pretty
it's like
amazing by
different,
itself, you know, you
different
don't
breed,
really
different
need to-
martial art.
Right.
So I don't know.
I mean, we're talking like a black bear, a brown bear, like
Kodiak.
a grizzly bear.
Dude.
Kodiak bears are
Yeah.
afraid of nothing. It's a
I'm fairly certain if a meteor was to hit the planet, a Kodiak bear would punch it away.
Or Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Chuck Norris as a ninja.
Wait,
Mind blown.
didn't Chuck Norris isn't Chuck Norris?
no. He's just Chuck Norris, man.
He's
He
Chuck
doesn't need
Norris.
any. He doesn't need throwing stars or whatever.
What was that movie where the kid kept imagining he was like with Chuck Norris and fighting the bullies off all the time?
Oh, I don't know, but I don't know.
Do you remember?
But I did recently watch The Last Action.
Oh,
That was
sidekicks.
Yes.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way to
yeah,
go,
yeah.
Mark.
That was
Nice.
terrible.
Gold star.
Yeah.
But it was
You
like
gotta stop
all
that.
throughout the movie, he's imagining
Sorry.
Chuck Norris giving him advice and teaching him to like stand up for himself. And then finally, at the end, he gets to meet the real Chuck Norris
Oh, I've seen that.
in
movie.
some like competition or
Whoa.
something.
Yeah.
Nifty.
I know.
All right.
Yeah. It was pretty good. A movie
And
like
Chuck
that.
Norris
A movie
killed
like
him.
that could only be made in the 90s.
I wish I could destroy Lincoln
Kind of
Park.
like Three Ninjas.
Yeah. Exactly.
I wish I
And
could
surf
fly.
ninjas.
I wish I could fly the spaceship in The Last Starfighter and destroy Lincoln Park with it.
The park or the band?
The band.
In the park.
Wherever they are. I don't
But
give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if they're in a fortified bunker. If I have the spaceship from Last Starfighter, they don't stand a chance.
We got to have 2 people to fly it, though.
That's true. So who's going to be like...
I'm the gunner.
Okay. All right, pilot to gunner. Hook it up. Get in there.
So we're using like a ridiculous amount of excessive force just to take out Lincoln Park?
Yeah, I mean,
I think
it's like
I think
this.
it's required.
It's like the cerebral bore of, band attacks.
Yeah.
Well, the Kodan Armada is going to break through the barrier, and we cannot allow them to hook up with Lincoln Park.
And Jay-Z's there, so.
Yeah, and fuck that guy.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I don't even know who he is.
He's awesome.
I will drop kick.
Is he married to... What's her name?
He's getting divorced from Beyonce.
Yeah.
Good for those guys.
Beyonce.
I will.
Beyonce,
Good for her.
Beyonce,
I will drop
Beyonce,
kick his
Beyonce.
head off of his body.
Beyonce,
Got a trampoline?
Beyonce.
Man, I wish I had.
I have a lot
Jay-Z's
of
money.
emotional problems.
Sweet.
The toughest line I think
cool.
I ever heard
We're
my
here
dad
for you.
spit was at my brother. My brother was all like fucked up and like giving me shit, and my dad goes, "Hey, you disrespect your brother like that again, I'll kick your head off." I was like, "Wow, okay." Holy
I think
shit.
the worst thing or best thing my dad ever said to me was "suck it up, be a man."
Okay. All right.
Did he ever say anything else to you?
Hi.
I mean, there is.
Are you puking up a lung? No. Well, then go to school.
See, suck it up, be a man. That has some intrinsic merit. I think there's something there. Something to be said for it.
The time he took the kitten when I wouldn't get out of bed, he took a cat, slapped the cat around, raised up my sheets, threw the cat under the sheet, and held the sheet down.
Wow. Thanks, Dad.
Well,
Good times.
Good times. Good times.
Look up the porn. Beat up a cat, throw it under a sheet.
message us on Facebook.
See, there are things you can't find on the internet.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure if you look in some of the worst places on the internet, you can find
The
this stuff.
sub-internet?
Yeah. The intranet.
So, do we get to cast control magic on the bear cub in a raincoat?
No.
Guess we-
No, it's wearing a raincoat.
It's not like it has hexproof. You
Yeah,
just-
well, why would it be wearing it if it didn't?
Well, maybe it's drizzling, or it's raining, or just
You didn't say that.
Why? What do I know? But I'm saying,
All you said was the bear was wearing a raincoat. It has to be wearing a raincoat for a reason.
well, maybe.
Unless it has the most pockets of all the jackets it owns, and inside those pockets are ninja stars.
Yeah, but that's fine. I'll just cast control magic, and then we have a bear cub.
It doesn't work in reality.
That has yet to be disproven.
Actually, it kind of has.
All right, well, I'll just cast Cabal Therapy and name bear cub.
So we have an email that we got a
Does
bit ago
not
after we
include-
did the...
Does this involve Matt?
no.
Okay, good.
After we did the... I think there was a question by Sam Conway asking about gaming consoles. And so Bernard
Petrich.
messaged back and said, "Hey guys, I have a message for Sam Conway and Mike." I think this was to Wahlberg. "Don't get a next-gen console at all. The hardware of PS4 and Xbox One was already dated when they were released. PS4 struggles with 1080p, and Xbox One doesn't even go that far. While for the PC, the first monitors with a 4K resolution become feasible to buy. Ultimately, consoles are holding video games back, as a whole back. Just look at Crysis. The first Crysis is 7 years old and still looks better than many games released today. And the reason is that it was developed for PC. Neither Crysis 2 nor 3 did look as good as the first, and those two were also developed for consoles. See,
I still play my Xbox 360. I play Dual Planeswalkers and Dead Space, and what else? Castlevania, Symphony of the Night. Thank you, Frank.
the new one's out. No, that's Wolfenstein.
But holy shit, everything still looks awesome. I have no problems.
I
Really?
play.
Nails?
I play
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering on the
Yeah, it
iPad.
got nails.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you don't.
What are you gonna do about it?
You don't even know how to use them.
Sick. And I have no problem. I'm never getting rid of that Xbox.
Mhm.
Well, okay. What if the bear in a raincoat also had a 40-inch dick with a lion on the end of it?
Well, you did not say that.
I didn't have that information at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we might have to
so-
take out the bear first.
Well, this is conjecture. This is
Wait, is the bear
So-
like what I don't understand? Is the bear on Lincoln Park's side, or is it just like because it's a death match? Is it like just someone's manager, or someone just like hanging out by the side of the
With a
ring? or
40-inch
something?
Is
dick, it's
this
fighting.
Yeah.
a battle royale? Question mark.
If that bear has a 40-inch dick with a lion on the end of it, and I'm
But
assuming
whose
just
side
the
is
head-
it on? I
Well,
don't fight
I'm
it,
just
but
saying,
I'm
I'm bringing a
saying.
goddamn chainsaw.
No, a full fucking lion, like
Okay, so it has a dick that's like
So
you know,
technically,
like, bam,
like
and it has a
the,
line
the,
at
the
the
You
end.
can't
connection
have a
is
you
the
can't
lion's
have
tail.
a lion like the whole lion with like the feet and shit. I mean, can you imagine? No, picture the logistics.
it'd be like a
of it.
giant leash coming out of its ass, made
Yeah.
of dick, whatever.
What?
What? And how big is the lion proportionate to the bear, or is it a full size
See,
lion?
it seems more like that would be a lion with a dick coming out of its ass attached to a bear.
So it's got
Unless
two
it's
tails.
A lion cub.
Oh! A griffin. Just picture it flying around.
Yeah. Wait, can we?
All right, so
Can we
And the
get
bear just hanging.
Can we get a griffin on our side? I don't care what's at the end of it.
Oh, the bear's on their side. The griffin's on our side.
can we have a griffin? Yeah, no tag in or out, battle royale. So it's every man for himself. I
Okay,
say
Lucha Libre rules.
everyone attacks Lincoln Park first because
Well,
fuck
if it's every
them.
man for himself, I'm taking you out.
But I thought it was MBM podcast crew versus.
No, but you just said every man for himself.
No, you just said no
Well,
tags.
every
It's
team for
different.
herself.
Every
That's
team
not
for
what he
itself.
said. That's
Alright.
not what he said.
That's
Well,
fine.
why would you attack Rob and not Lincoln Park first?
Well, if it's
You
a
like
battle.
Rob worse than Lincoln Park?
Jesus Christ. First he's your fucking last resort for the movie last night. And Jesus Christ.
Well, look.
What do you have against Rob, Jesse?
I'm pretty sure
Did
I
Rob run over your kitten and you didn't know about it?
I
or
don't
something?
run over any kittens.
No, I'm just saying I think Rob's tougher than the entire band, Linkin Park, and I'd want to take him out first. Armand and Wahlberg, I have bowel movements that are tougher than those guys. Oh my god! I mean, Rob's the only real competition in that fight.
The lion is relative to the size of the dick, if that helps. So it's more like He-Man's cat in action figure form size. All right.
Oh, okay, so it's like... Okay.
But it's still a 40-inch dick.
Oh, period.
Thud.
Thud. But okay.
Huh.
Yeah, that's some Peter North shit right there.
The decorator. Except it sings Huey Lewis in the news as a defense mechanism.
I want a new drug.
I don't know. Maybe. But even still, like, it can sing every song it knows. I don't care if it's Huey Lewis in the news or Flock of Seagulls or Slayer, who suck now, by the way.
I ran so far away.
I'm trying to think of what evolutionary mechanism had to trigger in order to allow...
Oh, this thing was created
Sounds
in a
like
fucking
a,
lab.
yeah, it sounds like a mutation.
Yeah, this thing was created in a lab.
Yeah, this should not happen.
But then
in
what
nature.
was the scientist thinking that created that, saying that Huey Lewis in the news is going to be a deterrent?
It was Dr. Mario.
So that was kind of like, oops, I dropped that in.
I dropped that special pill in this 40-inch dick lion, whatever.
Oops, I dropped my Huey Lewis CD in. That's my best Mario voice.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I still
It's
think...
me.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Mario.
All I know is,
Get your Leaf Garrett hair out.
okay, Lincoln Park, if you're watching, we will fuck you up.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And Jay-Z, I'm not even concerned. Jay-Z's like, whatever.
Well, he'd just be sitting...
I'm concerned with the
He'd be
fucking bear
Jay-
with a dick with a lion at the end of it
Jay-Z-
screaming Huey
Jay-Z
Lewis
would
at
just
me.
walk out because he has more important things to deal with because he's a
No,
multi-millionaire.
fuck that. It's Thunderdome. The shit's like, we're
No,
in it.
He's going to be
good.
sitting in the corner in a plush chair.
Yeah.
No, he's going to be sitting in like hiding behind a castle made out of pallets full of his own money.
Yeah.
Just laughing at, until I whip out that leaf blower and blow all your money away.
14 men and a bear enter, one man leaves, or whatever.
How many,
Or
of,
bear.
them, how many
Or
of
bear.
them are in Lincoln Park?
Like 30. They're like the Slipknot of shitty top 40 music.
Isn't Slipknot the Slipknot?
Okay, so
Shitty
What?
top 40?
No, that's Arcade
rumors
Fire.
of an
Oh.
rumors of an acid bath reunion
Oh, wow.
with dude from Slipknot fronting the band.
Fronting? Fronting?
Yeah.
What the
fronting.
fuck happened to Dax Riggs? He's still alive.
Don't shoot the messenger, man.
Really? That's
Look
fucking
that up.
insane.
We're gonna need confirmation on that.
Yeah, that's
Shooting the messenger?
No.
No.
If there's a porn,
I thought you were talking about
if there's a
porn
porn
again.
based
like,
on...
I mean, if it was someone from Slipknot fucking playing bass or whatever, I mean, who gives a fuck about
Oh,
that?
I see
But,
what
like,
you did there.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, but like, fucking,
Imagine if... Yeah, like a dead guy reunion.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
Let's
sweet.
get the guy from Slipknot to play bass in that.
That'd be sweet.
Anybody catching that? Dead guy? Yeah. Dead bass player? Fuck
No,
that guy.
someone from Slipknot.
I get jokes.
Nah, you got it.
I'm sad
I don't
now.
get it. I don't get this joke that I just made.
That's fine. So this fucking bear, let's figure it out. Nah.
I'm
That's-
more
that's
concerned about this acid bath
Does
reunion.
the
That's hilarious.
Bear wear a hat?
Like Paddington?
Yeah.
That's interesting. On a marmalade sandwich. Power up! All of a sudden he's like +6 attack and the shit sucks for us. This is gonna suck. We're gonna need more weaponry. Okay, do we get to have... Hold on 1 second. Do we get to have the cerebral bore weapon from Turok 2? Question mark.
That takes too much time.
Does Siri actually know what that is?
He's not talking to Siri.
So the camera battery died, and
Oh,
Jesse
yeah.
and Mark abandoned ship.
Abruptly.
Here we are.
Abrupt decay. Cast meddling mage. Name abrupt decay. Sorry, Steve Normandin. Okay. So. Kampai.
Water.
Alright, so I'm stipulating that we're all dressing up like in Blade Runner.
Sweet.
Kampai. I really shouldn't be drinking more water. The drive home is going to suck. I had like 30 ounces of water the second I woke up today, and then I ate half a watermelon for breakfast. And now this.
And then you're gonna go home and have the other half of watermelon.
You know what? I probably will. I probably will. That's a pretty good watermelon.
We I think it was in Maine. No, it was Vermont. Rosetta played this barn in no, it was Maine. Played a barn in Maine, and
Was it like a middle-aged woman whose house was like on the property and she like helped
Yeah.
launch? We played that before. I love them. They're so nice.
We the barn. It was such a fun show, but we were like, "Is there anywhere we can cook food?" Because we hadn't eaten that day.
Sure.
So I can't remember. I think we went out, got food, and came back. But
There was a Taco Bell like in town. In there.
I don't think that would have done. But we got back, and they did have watermelon. Like the family itself had watermelon, and they were gonna make it for us later. But we, you know what? I think we were with the Minor Times.
That band was incredible.
We were on tour with the Minor Times, and I remember when they went out to. It was Dave and Tim Leo.
Yeah.
From the Minor Times that went out and got the food. When they came back, they had this entire thing of jalapenos. And, like, it was ridiculous. I was like, how many jalapenos are you going to put in this chili? So they used the cutting board, cut up the jalapenos, did all this stuff. The chili was, like, the spiciest thing I've ever put in my face in the world, ever. But it was delicious. To soften the blow, I put as much cheese as possible into it. But what happened, and this is the greatest thing ever, they washed off the cutting board, like, washed it off as best they could, because they were cutting jalapenos on it, put it to the side. Later the family came in, and this little girl was starting to cut up the watermelon, and she gets that, and then she's, like, really happy and handing it out to everybody, and everybody's sitting there, they take a bite of the watermelon, like, oh, why does it taste like jalapenos? Why is there spicy watermelon?
Because that's an interesting idea, like because the capsaicin soaked into the wood.
So so after our super hot chili that nearly made my throat bleed, we then had spicy watermelon.
Wow. Wow. I mean, you can almost forgive them after Summer of Wolves. Okay, that album's so good, you can make spicy watermelon and we'll forgive you.
The Minor Times made us spicy watermelon.
Wow.
So we also got another email from. He's emailed in before, but the name is simply NIL. Nil.
All right.
And his question is, hats. What's up with them? I mean, really.
Yeah, really.
You're wearing a hat.
This hat was given to me in 2001, I think. 2001 or 2002 by a jazz drumming legend named Lenny Nelson, who was he taught at the Berklee School of Music for a number of years and then retired and ended up working for the T, dispensing tokens at the Roxbury Crossing stop on the Orange Line that was, right near my house. And this dude, he was like, I think maybe 70 at that time, and was more energetic and full of life and psyched on everything than anyone I'd ever met. And, he and I would talk for hours and hours about, touring and, life and, every subject you can imagine. Constantly had his practice pad with him, constantly. Dispense a token, do the thing, back to his practice pad, like, all day. And I would watch him do rudiments, and it was, like, beyond anything I'd ever seen, like, in person. Like, I watched, I've seen Chris Penny play, when he was smart and was with Dillinger instead of being a dipshit. Well, I think I'll play for Coheed. Yeah, good luck.
Let's go play with this updated 80s hair metal band.
Yep. Saw Fella Carnage from the stage. Dude is ridiculous. Like, I've seen some pretty phenomenal drummers. I got to see Pele. That dude was
soccer player?
No, the band. They played Albany and they were incredible. But dude did on a practice pad some next level shit like I've never seen done on a stage. I was like, wow.
While he's working the token.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he gave me this hat. I think I was about to leave. No, I didn't leave Boston until 2004. Yeah, but I think I was coveting his hat. Like, where'd you get that, man? And only T employees get these. He's like, took it off his head and gave it to me, and I've worn it ever since. If you see tour photos from like anywhere from 2003 on, I think I played a lot of shows in this hat. So there are a lot of pictures of me in this hat.
I used to wear a Evans Drumhead hat that I would like, because I also used to have, my hair used to be a lot longer too.
Sure.
So I would basically play a show, pull my hair back, and throw on this Evans Drumhead's hat. And any tour pictures that you see, for the longest time, not actual show footage, because I would just pull off the hat, is me wearing that Evans Drumhead's hat. It is now a helmet.
It's like you had Gary Novak hair, the guy who used to play with
the salt from my hair
Alan
slowly
Holdsworth.
seeped into the hat, and it is now a solid.
Like pants that stand up on their own
Yeah,
after tour.
exactly. This is a hat that I can no longer fit over my head, because I think like one of the last times I took it off, it was probably still wet, and then it solidified in this shape that doesn't go down past like here. So I have it sitting in my room, but I don't wear it anymore. Now, if I wear a hat, it's usually like a beanie, or I'll just like push my hair behind my ears or something.
Is that your family? Somebody at the
Probably.
door or something?
I don't know.
Oh, it's your dad.
Things happen.
Yeah. But yeah, picturing you with your hair like that makes me think instantly of Gary Novak. That's, I think, Alan Holdsworth's. Let's try and say that again. Alan Holdsworth's best trio was himself, Gary Novak, and what's his name, Dave or Chris Carpenter was the guy on bass. He passed away. Absolutely incredible. And if you're unfamiliar with Novak, look him up. He is just ghost notes for days. He's so very good. I got drums in my drawers. Lenny told me that. He's like, because he's like, why don't you try? And I was hitting his practice pad. He's like, wow, look at you, man. You got drums in your drawers. I'm like, thanks, pal. Cheers. Kampai. All right.
Another email from John Torn.
Yes.
One
of my best pals in the world.
The subject is quoted, anything you'd like to hear discussed and or ridiculed. And he simply says, ho ho cuss and wee hawkin', the twin jewels in Jersey's crown.
The twin jewels, all right, yeah.
I don't know what either of those are.
They're towns in
Towns?
Jersey. Yes.
I don't think we've ever. Maybe I think I've heard of Weehawken. I was actually, speaking of New Jersey, was in New Jersey yesterday. I went to the New Jersey Renaissance Fair,
Oh.
and it was fun.
You get to throw an axe.
No, but I have a video of my friend Ian that I will put in right here.
Oh, it's up in the Martian. That should have. I know who that is. These sharper axes. Yeah.
You have any money left?
Thank you. Thank you. All right, so let's see. In all reality, you have 6 kills in total. It's cool. Good job. All right, if you'd like to go up and we'd like you to if you'd like to take a picture next to your stuffed hat, go ahead.
Wait, you guys are watching him get back?
Yeah, you see.
Wasn't that exciting?
It's actually pretty good.
I actually brought my entire backpack with me with all my photo gear, and didn't take it out once until we got to that part with him throwing the axe. The best part was it was like near the end of day, and I think this might be their last weekend. I can't remember, but the boards, it looked like they had been chopped up fairly well.
Yeah.
So the first 2 axes he threw, they looked like they should have gone in, but did not.
Yeah, they just kind of.
So I think a combination of the board being chopped up and the axes not being sharpened all day, just kind of like whatever. But it was great. The guy that was operating the thing, he was like, "Oh, that should have stuck. Oh, that should have stuck too."
Right.
Finally, he throws the third one. It stucks in. He just goes, "Thank you."
Yeah. How sick would it be? Like in your backpack, you pull out like a disc sander and like take the axe and like sharpen the shit out of it right there in front of everybody. Oh man. So anyway, John
I
Torn,
need these axes to be sharp.
real sharp, and you stare at the guy while you're doing it. You're like,
Do not break eye contact.
so John Torn, I think to sum that up, number 1, number 2, fuck Jersey, and number 3, love you, buddy.
There's really a place called Hohoku.
Hohokus.
Hohokus.
Yeah.
Is that like Hoboken, except somebody didn't know how to pronounce it?
No, I think
Somebody tripped over the words.
there's hoes in both of them. See what I did there? That's right.
In the name and in the place.
Yeah, fuck Jersey. So where are we? Any more texts?
We have one more email.
All right.
This one was sent a couple weeks ago, but wanted to wait until we could address it further. This is from Phil B. He says, "Hello from Alaska." And
Aloha. Yeah.
He says, "Listen, I understand that things have to change and grow. I get it. But the change to video casting just isn't doing it for me. It's not the video itself that's kind of nice. Armine is a damned fine-looking man. Hot for teacher. Cover still waiting for. And BJ's beard is the stuff of legend. No, video is not the problem. The problem is the shorter duration of the cast. See, I listen to the podcast while making my daily bike commute. I used to be able to get 2 days out of each podcast at minimum during the commute. Now I might get 1 day, then I burn through my backlog of casts and have to resort to listening to Wait, Don't Tell Me podcasts.
Which is actually a pretty
Paula
good.
Poundstone is a funny lady, but not nearly as fine as Armine.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Armine's a damn good looking
I know
lady.
video takes longer to edit and all, but come on, guys, help a brother out. On a side note, Jesse, your interview with your mom was really awesome. Now, see, he left, and he doesn't get to hear this. Your interview with your mom was really awesome. I love getting a sense of family and dynamic and a glimpse into what formed you into the hunka Texas you are. Hunka Texan... Yeah.
Texas.
That's what it is. It's TEX''S. Hunka Texas you are today. Well done.
Call us. Yeah.
Mhm.
So let's.
Well, actually, this is turning out to be an hour episode anyway, so there you go.
True. So let's sum up. Podcast too short. Video's not the problem. Duration is the problem. But I think we've ameliorated that with this podcast, at least to some degree.
Oh, the other thing that I was going to do is I'll start this week and see if people like it. But when I got that email, I thought of a way to remedy that, and that is to release the audio on iTunes because that's the part we actually have to pay for, and that's the cap limit. The reason I did half hour for video is because if I'm doing the video up to iTunes, it uses a lot of memory. It uses we have a monthly allotment of memory in order to put it up there, and I think if I were to increase it, we'd be paying around $50 a month, $60 a month. So instead I was like, well, let's start doing half hours, but because we love you, Phil B, we can start doing hour-long, but putting the audio on iTunes, and then anybody that wants to watch the video part goes to YouTube. Because YouTube does not have a cap on timing.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 10 hours of, like, white
Anything.
noise. You know? Super good. Sleep like a baby. Yeah, so...
So there, problem solved.
Problem
Phil.
solved, and Armine is a damn good-looking man. Which, yes, he is. What else?
And proven by the bathroom stall of his school.
Oh, yeah, Hot for
And
Teacher.
he was hot for teacher.
So, I told you, like, One King Down covered Hot for Teacher once. We were in Wellington, New Zealand. We played it. We were having such a great time. We played for an hour and a half.
Wow.
And then ended with, like, Hot for Teacher. On a whim. None of us ever practiced the song ever. We just played it. And it just happened. Like, that's how...
That happened.
That happened. Text. Stitches versus Jay-Z, Linkin Park, 2 Silverback Gorillas, The Gorillas, Toothless Tom. Toothless Tom is something of a local legend in upstate New York. I mean, you say Toothless Tom, and since it's upstate, you're like, I need more. Like, you know. So, Toothless Tom, a small snapping turtle, and Grimlock from Transformers. Ha ha! Goodbye. So, I don't know. I'd have to go with Grimlock on that. If I was a betting man, you know.
Snapping turtles are fierce, though.
They are pretty fierce, but it's Grimlock.
It's true.
Yeah. Speaking of Grimlock, that band was awesome.
I approve.
Yeah.
Speaking of Grimlock, also, the new Transformers movie is going to be featuring the Dinobots.
Sick.
And it's going to be awful.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Michael Bay.
Get your shit together, pal. All right.
Well,
I'm quite satisfied.
I'm BJ McMurtry.
I'm Rob Fusco. This was Jesse and Ellen Mark Pennington.
And that's that.
And fuck you, Linkin Park. We will destroy you.
Thank you for listening to the More Better Narrative podcast. Find us at mbnpodcast.com or on iTunes. For more information, visit us on Twitter or Facebook at mbnpodcast.com or email us at morebetternarrative@gmail.com.